Hey Orchard students, thanks for joining us last night. If you didn't get to see the message, that's all right. We're starting to do these morning recaps of what happened last night. So Jaime here, he gave us our first week of our new series called Popular, and he was our message guy, message giver. You're the messenger of the gospel. So Jaime did the message last night, and so we're just doing a recap real quick. So Jaime, what was like the main scripture that you're going through last night?
The main scripture that I went through was John chapter 6 verses 4 through 14. In this story, it's talking about when Jesus feeds the 5,000. Disciples are doubting. A little boy shows up with his lunch. Jesus feeds. Yeah, there's way more than 5,000 because that's only counting the men. So you can imagine the women and the children. Probably maybe up around 10,000 people that got fed that day through a boy's lunch.
Dang, that's cool. So, is this the Is it the 5 loaves, 2 fish?
Yeah, 5 loaves, 2 fish.
Cool, man. It was a really good message. I hope you guys can go and rewatch it. So, what if you took your whole sermon, simplified it to like one sentence? What would you say? Like the biggest takeaway?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I had to say that. Jesus can use whatever you have to do big things. And in this case, he used the kids' lunch. And I would say that sentence summarizes pretty much everything that story and the message that I gave last night was about.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, so this series that we're going through is all talking about influence and the influence that you guys can have. Sometimes it looks at, like whenever we say, oh yeah, I have an influence on someone, sometimes it's looked at negatively.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to show in this series, and what God's trying to show us in His Word is that we can have positive influence, even more than negative.
Yep.
And we're just reflecting on His words and what Jesus did in this case of this last week of taking whatever we have and using it for a good influence for sure. Cool, man. Awesome. Well, thank you for the message last night. Again, if you guys haven't been able to watch it, go back to our YouTube channel. It is on there, so you can go rewatch it. And it's a really good message, really good service. So hope you guys can see that.
Sweet. Well, have a good night, fam.
See ya.